I'm ready for it. Oh, that clone, super low. Okay, super good. Big damage, big mind games. Whoa! Whoa, that damage is massive. Mr. Rogue, we're gonna take it. Hey, what is up guys? Clunky here, and today I'm gonna talk about the best build possible for Shadow Priest right now in patch 10.2.5, and it is called Deaf Speaker build, right? So in this guide, we're gonna talk about the stats, the gear that you should be using, and then we're gonna jump into the talents, PvT talents, and then finally I'm gonna talk about the full burst rotation, and I'm gonna show you guys the full burst rotation. So it's gonna be a pretty fast and easy guide for you. All right, so we're using the 4 tier set bonus, as you guys see right here, and I'm gonna explain you guys a couple of secret tech in this video, so you guys don't want to miss out on that. All right, for the weapon, you want Sophic Devotions, since we are playing the Mind Spike build, but you're gonna see this is a pretty cool version of the build. All right, so weapon enchant, Sophic Devotion, most haste possible. Okay, you want haste, screw everything else, you want haste. If possible, in PP combat, you should be at 30% versatility, because Shadow Priest actually dies so quick. Okay, DHs, rogues, everything destroys you basically, so you need that verse. It is non-negotiable, right? So haste as much as possible, 30% verse in PP combat, and then I'm going for crafted rings with haste on it, a crafted necklace with haste on it. That is pretty much what you should be going for. As for the race, the best race possible right now for Shadow Priest is by far Night Elf. For the racial, it allows you to juke people. If you're very good with the racial from the Night Elf, you can pretty much outplay so many characters. Like, you can literally dodge a Stormbolt if you're very good at it. You can, like, that's literally the best race for Shadow Priest right now is Night Elf. Okay, the next best race is Void Elf. Void Elf because of the teleport. Okay, this is the racial from Void Elf. I'm gonna display it. So see that portal? Like, bam! I'm gonna teleport right towards it. So it helps you get away from sticky situations, you know, like double DHs on you and rogues, everything. So it kind of helps. It kind of helps greatly. And also, on top of that, you can also use your special rift to score multiple fears on people. So they don't actually expect you to teleport like 20 yards and insta fear them. So that's very good. The next best race would be humans, and super close to it would be the troll. Okay, troll Shadow Priest because of the haste racial buff. So now we spoke about the stats. We're gonna jump right into the talents. Okay, the very best thing that you need to hear right now is Psychic Link. Psychic Link equals to 35% of our total damage. You guys probably don't believe me, but I'm gonna show you guys in a couple minutes. All right, so Psychic Link is the best freaking talent right here. Is the best one by far. 35% of your overall damage. So there's only one thing that you need to understand about this build is there's a possibility to switch the Shadow Crash. Okay, those 2 points right here, Shadow Crash and Whispering Shadows. The only other way around with this build to make it work super well is to remove those 2 points and then apply them into Insidious Ire. All right, so if you're going with 2 points into Insidious Ire, that means you are going more single target. But if you are going for RBGs, Battlegrounds, whatever, you will be playing with Shadow Crash at all costs. Okay, you can try Insidious Ire, it's just not worth it. It's a lot easier to be able to multi-dot multiple targets right away than having 40% more damage on your big Void Torrent, basically. So the build is pretty interesting. I had to work my way around it and try so hard to understand what was the point of it. But after watching a bunch of videos, top rank 1 players, I got it all figured out. It is pretty easy when you understand. When you don't know it, you don't know it. When you know it, it's easy. Right, so we're playing with Mindbender. The way we are going to use Mindbender is pretty simple. You can use it to build your resource, to be able to spam your abilities more, your devouring plays, etc. Or you can use Mindbenders whenever you get a proc from your deaf speaker right here, okay? You get a proc from your deaf speaker, that's when you use your freaking Mindbender. The reason why, super easy once again, because of inescapable torment. Sorry, I'm French, I can't talk in English, I'm bad, I'm dumb. Mind Blast and Shadow Word Deaf. Mind Speaker, Shadow Word Deaf, you understand where this is going. It causes basically your Mindbender to deal disgusting damage. That's literally what it means, alright? So you're gonna use your Mindbender as soon as you see that freaking deaf speaker popping up. So this is basically the only thing that you need to understand about this build. And we're gonna jump. Okay, hold up, just a little second. We're playing with Scything, though this right here is not what the best players are playing with. Most of them are not even playing with Scything, which is super weird. Most of them are playing with, okay, let's go over it. Mind Trauma, they're playing Catharsis, and they're playing Phase Shift. So weird. Okay, that's literally what the best players are playing with. You can go with it. I mean, Mind Trauma is super good. Catharsis, you actually see a huge difference in your numbers, when you use it correctly. And Phase Shift, well, it is pretty much a skill ability. If you're super good at using Phase Shift, on top of having the Night Elf Racial, Shadow Meld, you know where this is going. You can avoid multiple abilities throughout the game. So it makes it incredibly good if you are super good at juking your enemies, alright? This is just the best freaking build possible for Shadow Priest for this build. But I like to play with Scything instead of Phase Shift. And I like to play with Void Volley because, you know, more fierce. And it just feels more fun for me. And also, I like to play Catharsis and switch it up with Mind Trauma. But both of them are super good and they should be used together, alright? So just for the sake of this video, we're just going to play Mind Trauma, and we're gonna jump straight into the PP rotation. I've installed an add-on which shows the spells that I'm pressing in real time, so it's gonna be so much easier for you guys to follow along, okay? So let's get into it. Alright, so as I've explained, the best way to use your freaking Mindbender is actually when you get a Shadow Word Deaf Speaker proc, okay? So, you're asking me right now, how the hell do I know that? Because apparently Blizzard is not very good at actually making it super obvious for us retail players. I'm gonna just like show you guys a little bit of a trick, a secret tech, alright? So you're gonna go on CurseForge, you're gonna download an add-on which is called Weak Auras, okay? Once it is installed, go back into the game, click enter/reload. We're gonna do it just now so you guys see what it does. So it is going to apply the add-on to the game for you. And then once this is done, we're gonna hit enter/WA enter. So this is literally an add-on which makes you able to put it makes it so much easier for you guys to actually track whatever is happening right now. So we're gonna go into pre-made auras, we're gonna go on icons, default, then we're gonna go on buffs, right? So buffs, and then we seek deaf speaker right here, we click on it, and then we're gonna go over always show, And then we're gonna drag the speaker right here, right? Just like you can fix the size of it, so it's super easy. You can put it super big or not. And what's happening is whenever like we're gonna just like close it, and whenever we get the dev speaker, it is going to shine super bright on your screen, so you can't miss it basically. All right, I'm just gonna remove that one because we already have one and we don't want too much BS on the screen. So that's how I do it. You can pretty much set it up with any skill in the game, so it makes it very much easier for you guys to actually track your dev speaker. All right, so again, I'm using an add-on which shows the spells that I'm pressing in real time, so it's going to be super easy for you guys to follow along what I'm doing. So basically, as you know it, we are playing with Mind Trauma, so we're using a little, like, and this is what happens with Shadow Priest. You rarely get to just like get into combat and like pop all of your cities and like Fire Mage and just like wombo combo someone. The thing is, you kind of need to build your resource a bit, and then you will be allowed to cast. So let's say we are standing at around 60% insanity, and we did a couple of, like, we used Vampire Touch on a bunch of people, and then that is when you should be using all of your spells and going super wild as speaker, pumping huge damage. Alright, we got another death speaker. We're gonna use it now. Big freaking mind spike into beam. Bro, 500k DPS. That is dumb. Alright, death speaker again. We got a huge death speaker proc. I'm gonna use it right now. Using the procs. Don't forget to do it. I'm gonna replay dots on everything. And as soon as you see that Shadow Word Pain, Shadow Word Death, you use it, because you gain a lot of stacks, and in the end it makes you deal way more damage on your Shadow Word Pain. So Psychic Link, as I've explained, is 35% of your overall damage. All right, 35% of your overall damage. So you need, this is imperative, you need to dot multiple people. Thus the reason why we are using Shadow Crash over Insidious Ire. All right, because Psychic Link actually hits like crazy right now, right? So Vampiric Touch, we did for 100k ish. We did hit for 3. Hey, thanks Master Anderson for the follow on YouTube. Really do appreciate it. And also, guys, please hit the subscribe button. I'm doing all of these guides free for all of you, right? So Shadow Word Pain, we did hit for 400k. Shadow Word Pain, sometimes it hits way more than that, but this is what we got this time. Shadow Word, Devouring Plague, sorry, 200k, not bad. Shadow Word Death, actually hitting for 200ks. This is the freaking Void Speaker build, alright? It is super simple once you understand it. Almost like 440k Void Torrent. This is without Insidious Ire, okay? So you can, as I've told you guys, switch the Shadow Crash double points into Insidious Ire to deal more single target damage, but it is going to be much harder for you guys to actually multi-dot a lot of people, right? So before we move on, I just want to talk a little bit about something. I'm gonna lower the sound because this bro is making so much noise. It is insane. Okay, so this is gonna be super important for the people who don't understand how the tier set works. At this point, I expect most of you to understand how it works, but I don't blame you. It took me forever to learn it. All right, so every time you press Shadow Word Death, it triggers 2 additional times, blah blah blah. And truly, we don't care very much about the damage, even though we were hitting for like 200ks with it. What's happening truly with Shadow Word Death is you use your Shadow Word Death, okay, to build up stacks. All right, right now I'm at 3 stacks of Death Starment. Okay, this is the weak aura on my left, by the way. I don't know if you guys seen the part where I've showcased how to set up a weak aura. I would highly recommend you guys to set up a weak aura for your Death Starment. Because literally, when you reach 12 stacks, okay, I'm gonna actually reach 12 stacks right now, right? So we got 12 stacks right now. You see the purple face on the left side of my screen. Whenever I'm gonna press my Shadow Word Pain next, right now, bam, 159k. So this is where your big wombo combo damage comes from. So we did hit for 160k without all of our dots applied and without us actually bursting. So what is happening truly is you need to build those stacks up and then press your Shadow Word Pain. That's literally part of the rotation, okay? So this is how you will be able to deal so much more damage with your tier set, comboed with your Mindbender. Yes, whenever you press that Shadow Word Death, it doesn't deal that much damage, but okay, let me just show you, okay? I'm just gonna press every keys, Mindbender with every button, okay? The speaker again, just pumping, again. We're just like building, we're just trying to get our death speaker to proc again. We're just like chilling. Oh, we can use it again. Oh, we can use it again and again. And then we're gonna use our Shadow Word Pain, okay? See, we used our Mindbender before actually using all of our stacks of Shadow Word Death, and look at the damage on Mindbender. It actually dealt 500k. The reason why, every time you press that Shadow Word Death, your Mindbender actually attacks your target at the same time. So on top of your Shadow Word Death hitting for like 200k, there's your little Mindbender actually attacking the target also. So this is why this is very important. So this is why I wanted to take a little bit of time to explain how the tier set actually works. Okay, so another thing about Shadow Priest that not everybody knows about is the mastery. The way it works, mastery, you don't want mastery, but like the points of mastery that we have, what it does basically, it increases your damage by a flat amount depending on the amount of dot damage over time effect that you've got on your target, right? So your damage is increased by 7.3% for each of Shadow Word Pain, Vampiric Touch, and Devouring Plague on a target. So that's 7.3% plus 7.3% plus 7.3%. If you actually have Vampiric Touch, Shadow Word Pain, and you've got like Devouring Plague on your target also, you're doing like my mastery right now is 8%, but we're doing like 8% times 3 damage, okay? So that applies right away when you use your Dark Ascension. Yes! On top of that, on top of getting max benefit from your mastery with your Dark Ascension, what it does, you've got this point right here which is called Ancient Madness, and as soon as you use your Dark Ascension, your critical strike chance is increased by a swing amount. So every button that you're going to use right after your Dark Ascension is going to crit. Basically, you get a point. So that's when you want to use that fully buffed, fully stacked up Shadow Word Pain ability, right? So you're going to hit for 400k plus. That is kind of stupid. And hopefully you guys enjoy when I explain everything. If something wasn't clear, just let me know down in the comment section. And also I'm just gonna talk a little bit about one macro that I very much like. Okay, this macro right here, it is called Shadow Crash. What it does, basically, wherever your cursor is on the screen, whenever you press my macro, your shadow word crash will just like drop on the ground instantly. So it makes it super easier to just like score your shadow crash on targets. Like I'm aiming my cursor on the targets on the right. I'm gonna use shadow crash right now. Bam, it goes off. Bam, fully dotted up. Super easy peasy. All right. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button. Please help me, man. I want to leave my job. I wish I could like live off YouTube and earn money from that and just like leave that toxic work environment. And you can help me by sharing my video. It takes zero effort. You just share that shit to your friends and it helps me greatly. So I'm gonna include the macro down in the description and also the full build, so you just have to like copy paste it right into your right onto your shadow priest and start pumping right away. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the day. This was Clunky Dude.